Defensively, again, watching them against East Paulding is going to be hard to tell what they're able to do because, again, East Paulding is probably top of the class in this region, and they proved that in that game by the score of 49-0 over Woodland. So it was really hard to gauge what they had because the only team I was able to look and see them was against East Paulding, and I think a lot of teams in this region are going to find the same thing when they play East Paulding. So I know South was off last week. They started off the year against Rome, their first game here at home. Did not play very well. Lost that game 34-15. Then went on the road to Villarica the next week and was able to get in the win column with a 21-6 win. Woodland started out the year against Allatoona. They've lost their first two games of the year. The first one to Allatoona, 45-20, and then to East Paulding, their second game, 49-0. But they were able to get in the win column last weekend against New Manchester with a 13-12 victory. So South Paulding looking to keep their streak alive, and so is Woodland here tonight.
Well, I expect a good ball game. We got a whole bunch of people piling in for the South Paulding Spartans, and the Woodland Wildcats didn't travel very well tonight as of yet, but they may get a few people there. I'm guessing maybe 50, 60 people for the Woodland Wildcats so far tonight.
It's just Cartersville, so they're having to fight the traffic back in down 61, I'm guessing.
And that is a one-lane road.
Absolutely.
And it's not fun.
No.
And they may be lost because it's kind of this school is maybe a little hard for them to find.
Right. You're exactly right.
But looks like we got the cheerleaders for the South Paulding Spartans. Got their homecoming 2012 banner ready to raise up in the air. A lot of hard work for these players to tear it up in about 2 seconds, Scott.
Absolutely. But the cheerleaders love doing it. They do it every week. And that's just one of those things. If you're going to be a cheerleader, you better be an artist and get that banner put together.
This is true. So we also have a banner on the Woodland Wildcat side. I'm not sure what their banner says. It faces their fans. We got a nice night for football, nice fall night. Got the lights on already. Going to be a nice game, and looking forward to the halftime show tonight for homecoming. They'll be talking about the players, the seniors, and all that for homecoming, and then I'll get a little performance from the band, I believe. So it's going to be a good night for football.
That's right. And one thing we need to mention here, Randy, we haven't been together at South Paulding this year, but their first home game, they dedicated this field to their head coach, Tim Glanton. And so this is now Tim Glanton Field at South Paulding High School. So great honor for him. I know he was very humbled by that, and he has done a great job here. I believe this is his 7th year at the school, and he opened this school and has done a really, really nice job. And the community has really embraced him, and he's embraced the community. And the community showed how much they appreciated him, along with the student body and the staff here, by dedicating this field to him that first home game.
Well, it was really nice. It's quite an honor to have that done, I'm sure. But he does a lot for the community. And when it comes time to get these football players in college, he is the best in this county, if not the surrounding counties, on getting that done for his players. All they have to do is say they want to go to college, and he's on it.
Absolutely. And if you look at the Touchdown Club website, you'll see he's promoting these kids, his seniors. There are 9 seniors that he has. Their video highlights out there on the website and I'm sure they're mailing those out. And he's also got those juniors, 5 juniors, on the website that they have their highlight videos. So he is doing what it takes to get these kids to the next level for sure, and they're helping with that by their hard work and dedication as well.
Well, Scott, looks like the captains are making their ways to the field for the South Paulding Spartans and also the Woodland Wildcats. For Woodland, we have number 3, Quay Stocks. He is a junior, wide receiver, and quarterback. We also have number 63 for Woodland, Freddie Runner. He's also a senior. He's the outside linebacker and defensive lineman. And then our third captain for Woodland is going to be number 10. It's Khalil Morris. He's only a sophomore. He's a wide receiver and a defensive back. And that's going to be the captains for the Woodland Wildcats tonight.
And the South Paulding Spartans, it looks like 52, Emmanuel Smith. He's a senior offensive defensive lineman. Number 70, Levi Perry's a sophomore.
Big old kid.
Yeah, big kid, defensive lineman. And then the other one's number 32, Trey Baker. He's a senior. 32 is Joshua Petway. He's a senior fullback linebacker. So those are your captains from South Paulding.
Well, we're getting ready for some nice football here. We'd like to also give a shout-out to our PA announcer, the 278 The Mixed voice with you of the South Paulding Spartans. Brad Hall's got a promotion.
He got promoted, and probably his pay grade went up, I'm guessing.
I'm sure. I should have renewed his contract when we had the chance.
Yep.
But
we missed out on that. He was a free agent, and he got scooped up.
He got scooped up. I think what happened was, he was sitting over here doing his thing, and one night last year the crowd wasn't into the game, and Brad picked up the mic and does this thing. Let me hear you scream, and then they said, "You're hired."
You're hired.
That's all it took.
It.
And sometimes, PA announcers are a little different than calling these games over the internet on the radio, because you get to say some things on the radio. He gets over here and start calling this play-by-play stuff. They sometimes put him in his place, but that's okay. He gets these fans going, and they love him here.
That's right, and he really showed out that first week against Rome. South Paulding was very stagnant on both sides of the ball, and the crowd was just dead. And Brad made sure he didn't let that go on for very long, for sure.
Yeah, he got him going. He's over here eating right now, so that's Brad Hall for you, knocking on the windows and eating, getting people to come up and talk to him like they like him or something. That's his wife, I'm sorry. Well, looks like the referees have done their thing. South Paulding and Woodland shaking hands. South Paulding looks like they're going to be receiving the ball, and they are. They're going to be kicking off from left to right. Woodland will, from the left side of your computer monitor, going to the right side. And we are ready for some football, Scott.
And the weather is perfect. I mean, this is football weather here, for sure.
You couldn't ask for any more than this. Only thing you'd get better than this is if you like rain.
Yeah.
Looks like the officials are out in the middle of the field exchanging numbers and where they're going to go after the game and all that good stuff.
79 degrees at game time here, it looks like.
There goes Uncle Brad telling everybody stand up for the Spartans. They got cowbells. I don't know where they get cowbells in Paulding County from. There goes Woodland. Oh, we got the quartet right in front of us.
They brought the horns tonight.
Let's see if we can get these guys on camera so people can see what we're going to put up with tonight. Yeah, look at here.
Yep.
Here come the Spartans. And we got the barbershop quartet right down in front of us with their horns. And we are ready for some football. My photographer for, there he goes, giving us that feed for Woodland High School. Is up on top of the field house tonight, on top of the press box. We'll probably just go with his camera, so I won't have to worry about it all night. Unless we get something going spectacular.
So here we go. South Paulding will receive. They'll be going right to left on your screen there, and they should. And I'm sure they're ready to really prove that last week, when they got on the right track with a win there, that was not a fluke, and they're really ready to play this week.
Yeah, they want to show everybody they're for real. And I believe that they always pull it off midway and halfway through the season. They start playing hard and they pull it out. And they're going to show us tonight, hopefully, that they're here to play some football.
Back deep to receive for your South Paulding Spartans, number 3, Chandler Burks. Number 7, Jay Bowen, and number 2, Khalil Hackett. Looks like the kicker for Woodland, if he will turn just a little bit and not get
maybe Jesus Camarena.
Number 88 looks like.
He is a freshman, and he's the extra point and kickoff man. Got him on some nice-looking shoes. God, I think you need some shoes like that.
Pink shoes, or those are like orange shoes.
Or something.
Yeah, those are nice.
He might have tried to wash them and just got them. Might have just got them.
That's right.
Jesus
Camarena, kicker for Woodland here, and he's kicking off to your home South Paulding Spartans tonight here at Timothy D. Glanton Field on the campus of South Paulding High School, and we are getting ready for game number 3 for South Paulding. And here we go. It's a short kickoff. Onside kick, and it looks like Woodland.
Nobody expected that, Scott.
Woodland onside kicks, and it looked like 45.
Number 45 is Jamel Lewis. He's a junior linebacker, and he just ran all over somebody out there to get on that ball, and nobody expected that, Scott.
Now South Paulding it will have to go on defense, and here comes Woodland. Lineup number 5 is their starting quarterback. No, they're going number 3. Looks like they're going with number 3.
Yeah, number 3 is going to be Qua Stocks, the captain tonight. He's a junior, wide receiver and quarterback, so we'll see him a lot tonight.
Yeah, and they're lining up 5 wide, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Snap goes, run it straight up the middle for no gain. Stopped by 57. 57 from South Paulding. That's going to be number Tyler Proctor, junior defensive lineman, for no gain. Well, loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 here.
It was a nice play by the South Paulding defense, Scott. Number 3, Stocks.
They tried to spread the field there and just run it straight up off right tackle and got no gain. Again, they're going 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And he'll roll to the right, looking, and he will turn the corner, and he will be tackled again. 57 again. That's
Cornell
Tyler
Hopson.
Proctor is 57. No, I'm sorry. That's Cornell Hopson, 57. Cornell Hopson. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of South Paulding. And Woodland's going no huddle. Here they'll get their signals from the sidelines. Everyone looks at the wristband, and now they'll go 5 wide again. This time they'll have 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Number 3, Qua Stocks, tries to go up the middle again, and he will be shut down again. 57, Cornell Hopson again with the stop. They'll lose 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12 here.
Also on that stop, number 32, Joshua Petaway. And they stood him up that time, Scott. He didn't have much to work with, and they didn't give him anything. It's still 2nd down and a long 11 for the Woodland Wildcats.
Yep, Woodland's trying to spread the field and just try to run the ball in a hole. Again, they'll come shotgun, 5 wide, and he'll try to roll to the left side this time, and there will be nothing. Nothing there. Looks like 55. 55 for the Spartans is Casey Cobb, defensive end on that right side. He was able to contain the quarterback, Qua Stocks, that time, who tried to roll to his left, and he lost a significant amount of yards, and now we'll go 3rd down, and it looks to be about 16, 17 yards to go. Again, they'll go no huddle, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Qua Stocks in the shotgun, snap, throw, bubble screen to the right-hand side to number 12. He'll get about 5 yards, and he'll get hit hard by number 3, Chandler Burks. Number 12, the receiver, Mason Robinson, junior wide receiver. They ran a little bubble screen there. Now we'll go 4th down and about 11 yards to go for Woodland.
I don't know where Chandler Brooks came from, but we'll be calling his name a lot tonight. He came from nowhere, and pretty much depleted the receiver.
Yeah, there was no. Now they're going to try a field goal again. Jesus Carmenera, number 88, will try a long field goal here. 30, 42-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. 42-yard field goal with plenty to spare. And Woodland takes a big 3-0 lead here to start the game. Onside kick. They were able to get a little offense going, gained a few yards, and ended up had to settle for a 42-yard field goal there.
Well, it was a nice stop after Woodland caught the receiving team off guard and did that little onside kick. Came out of nowhere and got the ball and only ended up getting 3 points out of it. So it was nice, pretty good defensive stand by the South Paulding Spartans, considering that something happened that kind of changed their thought process at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was a short 12, 14-yard drive there, and South Paulding was able to make a stand there and only give up the 3 points here. So I'm sure now that everyone on the front line here will be wide awake for the onside kick. Again, we'll go number 3, Chandler Burks, back deep with Jay Bowen, and number 2, Khalil Hackett.
And kicking the ball, number 88, Jose Camarena. Once again, he's only a freshman. And we haven't seen his depth yet, but he sure knew how to pull it over on him on the first kickoff.
Absolutely. And then he kicked that 42-yard field goal with plenty of room for sure. So here we go. Woodland will be kicking off again, left to right. And he tried again, a little nubber. We picked the ball up, number 81, taking it to the left-hand side, and he'll get to about the 43-yard line. 81 is Tyler Rogers, senior tight end, and he recovered the ball and was able to get a couple of yards. And now South Paulding will start the drive on their own 44-yard line.
We've been joined by River T. Riggs.
In the house.
I know that guy, man.
Luke Norman, under center for the Spartans. They'll go straight handoff. 35 fullback, Josh Anderson. He'll gain 7, 8 yards on the play.
Looks like he was brought down by Isaiah Ross, a junior, for the Woodland Wildcats, number 44, in on the stop. Of course, he didn't do it by himself, but nice run.
Nice run.
About 8 yards.
8 yards. Now they're in Woodland Wildcat territory on the 49-yard line.
We are live on 278 The Mix.
Yeah, Luke Norman under center. They'll go in the I formation, 82 in motion. And again, they'll give to the big fullback for about 2 yards. Josh Anderson.
We didn't get too much, but that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, Scott. That's going to be
about 1 to the 40.
By the way, we will holding dot. Just kidding.
Again, Luke Norman under center. 2 receivers to the left. I formation, tight end to the right, and they'll give the ball to number 7, Jay Bowen, over the right side, and he will gain the first down. And he'll gain about 5 yards, and he'll get that ball over to the Woodland 44-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice run, Scott. He got the first South Paulding first down for the evening, and it looked like the way they're moving the football, we'll see plenty more of those first this evening.
82 into the game. Jamar Denard, junior wide receiver.
What's his name?
Jamar Denard, D-E-N-A-R-D. Luke Norman under center, got the fullback, and we've got a whistle and a flag, it looks like.
We've got our first penalty of the game, and it looks like
Delay the game.
it will go against the South Paulding Spartans. Going to make it now 1st and 15, just short of midfield.
Luke Norman getting the signs from the sideline. He'll go back to the huddle here. South Paulding had a good little drive going on, and now they're now South Paulding calls a timeout. They couldn't get the play in time, and so the coach calls a timeout, and they'll go to the sideline to try to work this out.
Well, that's a penalty, a timeout they didn't want to waste, Scott. And I hated to see that, but you have to do what you have to do. It's better than a 5-yard penalty, but they may need that timeout later on in this half.
And it hurts your momentum there. Had a great drive going, gaining yards, plus yards on every play there, and then the penalty backs you up and puts you in a hole 1st and 15 on the Woodland 49-yard line. Looks like South Paulding is determined to show that they can run the ball here. Just lining up with the tight end in the game, 2 wide receivers, and an I formation, and giving the ball to their big running backs and gaining positive yards, which is their goal. They're going to be a running team. They're not going to throw the ball much. It's all out of necessity when they do throw.
Well, time back in, they said. So here we go. South Paulding's football is going to be 1st and 15 on the 49 for the Spartans.
And they'll go shotgun, backs on both sides, and he'll throw a quick out to number 84, completed, and they will gain about 14 yards, looks like. Number 84.
That's going to be about 16 yards, Scott, and that will be another South Paulding first down.
Great, first down. He was able to fight, gain an extra couple of yards there, 16 yards. And another first down, 84. Waylon Stone on the reception. Just a little quick out route. Was able to beat the defender and gain a first down.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 33.
Jay Bowen in the backfield, Luke Norman under center, and they'll give on a counter to Jay Bowen in a good hole, and Jay breaks open, and he's able to gain another great gain there. And it looks like about 4 yards, 3.5 yards to the Woodland 24.5-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd down and 2 now. Grant Quick, freshman wide receiver and defensive back, had a shot at him. Tried to get him out of bounds, and he locked him off balance, and he got about another 2 or 3 yards after that. But Grant Quick got out there, fairly nice defender for a freshman, did a great job on that.
And we'll go 2nd and 2 from the 24.5-yard line, looks like. Again, Luke Norman under center, I formation, hard count. It looks like they were able to get them Woodland to jump, goes down, and we'll get 5 yards there.
And so that's going to give it another first down for the South Paulding Spartans.
Again, great move right there. Smart play, 2nd and short. And we just go hard count there, cause Woodland to jump, and was able to gain 5 more yards. First down from just inside the 20-yard line of the Woodland Wildcats. Again, Luke Norman under center, I formation, receiver in motion from the left side to the right. Give it to the big fullback right up the middle off left side, and he'll gain, that's Josh Anderson up the middle. Looks like 35 from Woodland on the stop. Gain of about 2 yards there.
Jacob Chastain was on the stop, also big number 75. Or was that 15?
Looks like they're going to give him 3 yards there, so that'll bring it 2nd and about 7 from the 22, 23-yard line.
Number 15 is Dino Doris, played his rec football days at Ackworth Warriors.
There we go. Again, up the middle, Josh Anderson plowing forward, and he'll get 2, 3 just inside the 15-yard line. So, again, another great run. Bring up 3rd and about 3 yards to go.
Looks like big number 63 in on the stop. It's going to be
3rd and 5.
Freddie Werner. Also 35 in on that stop that time, Scott. Jacob Chastain. He is a senior fullback for the
there we go.
Woodland. First quarter, 3rd and 5 for the
South Paulding lines up shotgun. Luke Norman, the quarterback, split backs. They'll go straight out route. Great catch. Looks like number 4. That's a freshman, sophomore, Trevon Simmons. Brought down number 9.
Yeah, that's Quadre Allen. He's a junior.
Quadre Allen.
Got out there pretty quick and saved a touchdown on that one.
And that's going to... Oh, we've got a flag on the play here.
Uh-oh.
Illegal motion, so that'll negate that. And that'll replay third down after a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and 10 from about the 20-yard line. So, and here we go. South Paulding, Luke Norman under center, trips to the right side, fullback. Luke Norman tried to roll out to his right side. Nobody open. Looked like 63 from Woodland. That's going to be Freddie Warner.
And he's going to knock him back about 12 yards, and that's going to be 4th down now. Looks like maybe 20.
Yeah, 30-yard line, just inside the 30-yard line from Woodland. Now, South Paulding had a great drive going on, and have shot themselves in the foot 2 plays in a row. Now it's going to be 4th and long, 4th and 20. And it looks like South Paulding's going to go for it. South Paulding breaks the huddle. Again, they'll go Luke Norman under center, split backs. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun. Now Luke drops back, blitz.
Interference. Oh my God.
And it looked like the cornerback tackled the receiver. No flag.
Woo, he was all over him, Scott.
Yeah. That was a wide open receiver, number 81 for the Spartans. Came open, Tyler Rogers. Norman saw him, threw the ball, and it looked like the cornerback grabbed the receiver. Norman was being rushed heavy by number 10, Khalil Morris.
He carried the receiver for probably 4 or 5 steps.
So Woodland will take over on downs number 5 now into the ball game. R.J. Williams will be your quarterback. And they'll go shotgun. And now that we've got a flag.
Maybe he thought about that last play for a minute.
Yeah.
R.J.
Now they're going to throw the ball.
R.J., by the way, Scott, he's a senior. He's the quarterback and the defensive back, and he's going to come in now and lead the team down the field is what he would like to do. Coach Glenn in the what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know how they missed that. It was fairly obvious. The receiver was tackled there. And now Woodland will line up again in the shotgun formation, spread it out. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. Snap, and they'll drop straight back. Little screen pass, incomplete. Number 9, Quadre Allen, the receiver that they were looking for, looked like he dropped it right in his hands and incomplete. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Woodland up 3-0 after an onside kick. Throw the ball down inside of South Paulding's territory. South Paulding was able to hold them, and Woodland was able to kick a 42-yard field goal.
I believe you heard Khalil Hackett coming his way.
Again, roll to the right. Chandler
Burks.
Number 3, ball was intended for Qua Stocks, number 3, wide receiver, and Chandler Burks, South Paulding's number 3, was able to stick a hand in there for another incomplete pass, bringing up 3rd and 10. Woodland again goes no huddle. They'll try to go as fast as they can here. Looks like they're going to have 2 receivers, 4 receivers in the game, 1 running back. They'll go shotgun, spread the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Running back to the right side of the quarterback. Now 1 in the motion, speed sweep, and
he was drilled in the backfield. Number 57
is having a game. I think that's probably the 4th time we've called his name. And 57 for the Spartans.
Carnell Hobson. Wow.
Again, another loss. That's going to a loss of 10 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 2 for Woodland, and they will punt.
That was an amazing play by Cornell.
Back deep for the Spartans is number Trayvon, and he'll take the punt and on the 45-yard line and gain about 4 yards, and South Paulding will take over on their own 49-yard line. So South Paulding takes over here. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 3-0. Woodland on top here at Tim Glanton Field on the campus of South Paulding High School. Scott Blake, Randy Riggs, 278 the mix. Thank you for joining us. And here we go, Luke Norman, quarterback. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left in the I formation. And now we've got whistles here.
What is going on?
Illegal substitution. Looks like illegal substitution on the offense. That's going to back South up. It's going to back South up 5 yards.
Exactly. Coaches are saying put Burks in.
So that'll bring up 1st and 15. First and 15 on the 44-yard line. We'll go I formation. Wide receiver number 82 in motion to the left. And they'll give the ball to the big fullback, Josh Anderson, and he'll gain about 4 yards.
Looks like number 20 got in on that stop, Scott. Also, number 35, once again, that's going to be Grant Quick and Jacob Chastain. And these guys are playing some pretty good defensive ball for the Woodland Wildcats.
Yeah, they are. And, again, South Paulding just trying to run the ball. Woodland doing a great job of reading that option play. And, again, South Paulding will come to the line. Luke Norman under center. And they'll split the fullback out to the slot of the right, and they'll hand it to the running back, Jay Bowen, and he will be stopped for a loss, and it looks like we've got a flag. So now we've got to...
Well, we have two. They said he was down. It's going to be holding on South.
And now we'll go... Yeah, it was a... looks like they lost 2 yards on the play. Well, they're Woodland trying to decide if they want to take the penalty or the negative play here.
They're saying decline it on the sideline, so
yeah,
they will decline
They want to
this.
decline it, take the down there, bring up 3rd and long, and that's exactly what they'll do. So a loss of 2 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down after the decline of the holding penalty, and it'll be 3rd down and about 13 for South Paulding on their own 47-yard line.
Luke was going in motion, and the ball came and just popped him right in the chest.
Looks like he wanted to change the now it looks like the chain crew has number.
Looks like number 3 is going to be there. Quay stops.
Back deep. And they snap the ball over Jay Bowen's head, and it is in the end zone. He picks it up and tries to run it out. And number 50 makes another tackle for Woodland on the yard line.
That's Dino Doris once again for the Woodland Wildcats. Not a very good series at all for the South Paulding.
Not at all. And 39 seconds will run off quick. And it looks like number 5 for Woodland, the quarterback, R.J. Williams, and they'll go power, big fullback.
firearms, and we'll keep you updated on that one as soon as we find out more about that. We have a few other games going on that might be of interest to the people in the county, and we'll keep you updated as much as we can on all the games tonight around the Paulding County area and what interests the Paulding County area. God, they had a terrible tragedy in Paulding County developing over the day today where, I don't know if you heard about it, where some kid got turned 18 years old and his parents gave him a bus ticket and sent him to California to find the nearest homeless shelter. And he was 18 and he only weighed 97 pounds. And they said he's been held hostage in his bedroom for 4 years.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't hear any of that.
We'll get into that story here in a minute.
And it looks like Woodland will come to the line in their power package again. Big 44, back in the backfield, 35. And now they'll go motion, and they'll try to go dive play over to the left side to the big 44 and 57. Again, 57, Carnell Hobson. 44 on the carry there for Woodland. And that's Isaiah Ross, and he gained about 1.5 yards, and that was it. And again...
Well, they're calling fourth down, Scott. I thought that would be an automatic first down, but they're calling fourth down, so not sure what happened with all that.
I'm lost on there. And so
maybe he waved the flag off.
Maybe that's what they did, but now they're going
to...
They bring the kicker in. Jesus Caminera is in to kick on... about a 13-yard field goal here, it looks like. 18-yard field goal. It's blocked. It's blocked. And I could not tell who got in there and blocked the field goal, but blocked. Ball rolls around the end zone, and now South Paulding will take over on their own 20-yard line. So, again, South Paulding was able to minimize the damage there and made a play when they needed to make a play, and they will take over the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Well, we got a couple scores in, Scott. We have, and I'm pretty sure these are pretty accurate scores, North Paulding 10, Hiram 0. That's coming from Twitter, Paulding County Sports. North Paulding 10, Hiram 0. North Cobb 10, Kennesaw Mountain 0. And the second, Sprayberry 10, Forsyth Central 3. Altoona Buccaneers lead Lithia Springs 7-0. And Campbell 13 and South Cobb 7.
All right, and here's a South Paulding lineup in the I formation. Counter to Jay Bowen over the left side. Woodland rallies to the ball, and it looks like may have gotten a short gain if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Great play by Woodland there to sniff that out. Looks like number 20,
we got
number
Grant
19.
Quick, number 20, Grant Quick, Rob Munford, and also it looked like number 17 got in there a little bit. That's going to be Javar Lewis. And one of the players lost his helmet, and I believe in high school now when you lose your helmet, you got to go out for a play.
Yep.
So we'll lose him for one play.
And now South Paulding breaks the huddle. Luke Norman under center. They'll go broken eye, fullback to the right. And they'll get... Luke Norman play fake. Tried to get the ball out to number 4. Trayvon Simmons, he was wide open and just overthrew him there. So now we'll go 3rd down and 10 for South Paulding from their own 20. Not much time there. They tried a little play action pass. Number 4, Trayvon Simmons, comes across the formation, finds an opening in the zone and was just overthrown a little bit. So South Paulding breaks the huddle. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Fullback Josh Anderson to the right of Luke Norman in the shotgun. Snap. And now they'll run a little quick drag route to number 7, Jay Bowen, who lined up in the slot on the left-hand side. He was open and was overthrown just a little bit, and now it brings up 4th down and 10. So Jay Bowen will go back to punt. Number 3, Qua Stocks, number 3, for Woodland, will be back deep on his own 45-yard line. Snap. Good snap this time. Punted. Number 3, Quastocks, not going to be able to catch the ball, and it'll be down by number 26 from South Paulding, and it'll be Woodland ball, 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line. So again, we got 10 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the first half. Here in the second quarter, 10 Glanton Field on the campus of South Paulding High School. Scott Blake, Randy Riggs, 278 the mix.
We got a couple of scores, Scott, we can go over once again. North Cobb 10, Kennesaw Mountain 0, North Paulding 10, Hiram 0. We got Sprayberry 10, Forsyth Central 3.
Woodland will come to the line. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Number 3 rolls out and
almost intercepted.
Tried to pass the ball to number 12, 25.
Jack
Young jumped the route. Tried to run a little quick out route. Jack Young jumped the route, got his hands on the ball. Good play by him. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for Woodland. Again from their own 46-yard line.
Looked like the same play the Falcons did the other night when they picked off Manning three times.
Manning, yeah. Again, Woodland comes to the line. 5 wide receivers in, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Quastocks back. He'll run a quick draw trying to get up, and 55, Casey Cobb has none of it. Tried to run a little draw play. 55, Casey Cobb tackles him for a loss, brings up 3rd and 12. Good play by the junior defensive end, Casey Cobb there.
We have Campbell and South Cobb now tied at 13. McEachern rotating 3 quarterbacks. Blue Devil defense bending but not breaking. Into the first quarter, Marietta 7-0 over McEachern.
Again, Woodland comes to the line. Shotgun formation. 3 Quastocks back in the shotgun. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Snap. He'll look over the field. Going deep. And incomplete. Broken up by number 4, Trayvon Simmons.
And also number 25, Scott, Jack Young.
Down there on the play, and now that'll bring up 4th and 12 for Woodland, and they will send their kicker back there to punt.
We have Campbell and South Cobb tied 13-13 in the second.
Back deep, number 4, Trayvon. try to get in the end zone here.
East Paulding 14, New Manchester nothing.
Brittany gets in the game and puts a quick point on the board to help South Paulding take the lead 7-3.
Now, do you know Brittany?
I do not know Brittany, and I'm ashamed that I did not read this roster better than I did and realize that Brittany was on the team.
She's only a sophomore, by the way. So Brittany will be around for a couple more years. Oh, gets this crowd going.
So here we go. 84 will be kicking off, or 94.
And back deep for Woodland, we have number 6, and that's going to be C.J. Woods. Also, we have number 9, or is that number 8? Number 3's back there also. It's going to be Quay Stocks. He's only a junior.
And Christian Sosa will be kicking.
I think that's
Quay Stocks, number 3. C.J. Woods, Quay Stocks. And the kick up, and looks like Quay Stocks will get that about the 7-yard line, and he'll go straight up the field, breaking a couple of tackles, and he'll be tackled by number 4, Trayvon Simmons, at the Woodland 34-yard line. So here we go. Woodland will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 34. So Coach Glanton brings his defense over to
Alton 14, Woodstock 7. So I guess Woodstock's playing 2 different teams tonight. They're playing pretty good to play 2 teams. So looks like somebody's got something going on Twitter here tonight. One of these guys has the score wrong. Campbell 13, South Cobb 13. Campbell and South Cobb are tied. McEachern rotating 3 quarterbacks. Blue Devil defense bending but not breaking into the first quarter. Marietta 7-0 over McEachern. That's a pretty good ball game. and we will keep you updated on that one team that's playing two teams.
All right, here we go. Woodland takes the ball first and 10 on their 34, 5 wide again. Those drop back, trying to throw a little fade. 85 wide open over here on the left side. Big 85. Greg Murphy, senior wide receiver. Looked like South Paulding was in some sort of a zone coverage there, and 85 was able to get loose, and they just lobbed the ball over the defender and dropped it in the bucket. Gain. First and 10.
If we were playing basketball, that would have been a slam dunk.
Absolutely. 3-yard line now. Jay Williams. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. R.J. Williams. Snap. Quick little bubble screen over to the right side. Incomplete to number 4. Try to throw it. Michael Konya. Incomplete. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the South Paulding 43-yard line. Woodland just tries to spread South Paulding out and cause confusion in both the defensive backfield and on the defensive line here. The defensive line has played exceptionally well tonight, 55-7, causing a lot of havoc in there. Again, R.J. Williams in the shotgun, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Quick snap, and he'll try to run straight up the gut, and he breaks containment and up the left side for a big gain, about 14, 15 yards, and then for a first down, that'll bring up 1st and 10.
We're going to give him about 18 on that one, Scott.
18 yards, yeah. When it's all said and done, he gained 18 yards, and that'll bring up first down on the South Paulding 24-yard line. Again, Woodland goes no huddle. R.J. Williams, a quarterback. Shot. So again, we'll go 3rd down and 6 yards to go for a first down. So again, Quay stocks back, quick pass, and it is broken up. 25 Jack Young gets a hand on it. Tried to get the ball to number 9. And this is probably a spot where the coaching staff from South Paulding is going to have the defense on alert here for any kind of a fake field goal. Good place to run it, 4th down, about 5.5 yards for a first down. This kicker kicking the ball looks like it'll be about a 25-yard field goal, which is easy for him. Up and I put the jinx on him, and it is wide right, no good.
Well, he's only a freshman, so he's probably still got a little bit of nerves going on. But it was a nice distance kick to the right. They were on the left hash mark, and he had to kick it across the field anyway, Scott. So that was a nice break for the South Paulding Spartans.
4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. South Paulding will take over on their own 9-yard line, looks like. No,
it's the
11-yard line.
Well, you the 20.
Yeah. Kind of trying to figure out what they're doing. Okay. South Paulding comes to this line of scrimmage at 20. Receivers left. Single running back. Chandler Burks in at quarterback. Quick toss to the left side. Jay Bowen for a quick gain of about 2 yards. All right. Burks back getting the play from the sideline. Looks like Burks will stay in at quarterback here. So South Paulding getting the play. 3 minutes, 50 seconds go here in the first half. South Paulding leads 7-3. Been a very, very sloppy game here in the first half. All right, Chandler Burks in at quarterback for South Paulding. Jay Bowen back at running back. Jacob Chad, let's stop there. Not give Woodland the ball back with much time left. So 3rd and 11 from their own 19-yard line. Chandler Burks in again at quarterback. He'll drop back, roll to the right, looking for a receiver, broken a tackle, and now he'll cut back to the left side, and here goes Chandler. Back to the 30, to the 40, and they pull him back down, and now we've got a flag
and we got
behind the play, and Burks was able to gain about
it looks like number 63,
19 yards.
63 on that play, Scott, at the end of it. And I believe it was 63 on both teams, trying to see who had the better number.
So a 19-yard gain looks to be negated here. And they're going to call, personal foul on the Spartan. And that's a spot foul from about looks like a spot foul from about the 28-yard line, which is.
Well, let's see what they're doing.
And the referees are trying to decide whether.
To figure out what to do.
And they'll back it up. Yeah, they'll back it up from the end of the run. So it's a personal foul. They'll back it up 15 yards from the end of the run, which will take the ball back to the South Paulding, looks to be the 23-yard line. So should be first down, South Paulding from the 23. So a 19-yard gain that had the ball out to the 39-yard line will now be a 1st and 10 from the 23. Luke Norman back in at shotgun. Josh Anderson over to the right side. Luke barking instructions here. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. And Luke Norman is sacked. He drops back to pass, and he is sacked back at the...
That's about a 24-yard sack there, Scott.
So that is a loss of 9 yards, 10 yards back for 2nd down and 20 from the 13-yard line now. Wow. So again, South Paulding putting themselves in a hole, 2nd and 20. Luke Norman countered. Jay Bowen.
He still got it.
He still got it now. 81.
Should be a flag. Another flag should be, and they are not calling it. Yeah,
they got it this time. 81 was tackled. He had his man beat. They faked the counter play to the left-hand side. Norman kept the ball, rolled to the right, caught 81. Number 81, Tyler Rogers, was open. And number 19 for Woodland, Rob Munford Jr. Grabbed a little jersey and is getting called with the pass interference here.
Well, they're marking the ball. He's walking the ball from the original line of scrimmage.
Right, and it should be a 15-yard penalty and a automatic first down for sure. Pass interference, automatic first down. Move the chains, automatic first down, and now South Paulding will take over 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. So again, Luke Norman in at quarterback, Jay Bowen back in the eye, and it looks like South Paulding will take their last timeout here with 1:28 to go in the 2nd quarter. South Paulding leads 7-3. Again, a very sloppy game, a lot of penalties. A lot of miscues by both teams, and very hard game to watch, to be honest. And with 1:28 to go here in the first half, 7-3 South Paulding hanging on with the lead.
Well, Scott, let's get to some other games. Mount Perrin 0, Tryon 0 at the half. We have Lassiter 21, Cherokee 6 in the 2nd, North Cobb 31, Kennesaw Mountain High School 0. Sure, Shane Queen is enjoying that game. Walton 14, Woodstock 7, North Cobb 24. I just told you that. Altoona 14, Lithia Springs 0. Walker 7, Mount Zion 6. Wheeler over Etowah 13-10. Harrison 13, Pebblebrook 7. Kell 14, Creekview 14 in the 2nd. Marietta 14, McEachern 0. Whoever thought that would happen? Yeah, Marietta does look good this year.
All right, here we go. 1:28 to go. Luke Norman back in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Got Josh Anderson, Jay Bowen in the backfield to each side. Snap over his head. He picks the ball up and throws it. And they tackle the receiver again. And now they're going to call incidental contact. Number 4.
Wow.
Number 4, Trayvon Simmons. They were trying to get the ball to him in the middle of the field. 19. That's our friend again. Number 19, Rob Munford Jr. Always in the area of that controversial contact. So, incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for South Paulding on their own 29-yard line. 1:20 to go here in the first half. Again, Luke Norman, the quarterback. Got Josh Anderson, Jay Bowen in at running back. One receiver left, two to the right. Snap, shotgun, quick pass to number 84. Waylon Stone, the senior, catches that ball for 10 yards, and it looks like be a first down. So, first down from the South Paulding 39-yard line. They'll spot the ball and wind the clock here. A minute and 14 seconds left to go.
It's amazing what these receivers can do if they don't get knocked down first.
Exactly. And they must have said they went out of bounds because they've stopped the clock with a minute 14 to go. Again, Luke Norman back in the shotgun. Two receivers right, one to the left. Snap, drops back under duress here. Rolls to the right and throws to number 82. And it looks like we're going to get a flag down behind the play. And it looked like a hold. Looked like 56 from South Paulding was holding 56 Tyler Proctor.
He almost got by with that, too.
Yeah, quarterback rolled to the right there, trying to get out of the rush, and it looked like we had a little hands. Yep, and that's what it is. Number 56 caught with a little holding there. Pass was incomplete, so that'll back it up 10 yards to the 29-yard line. A minute 7 seconds here to go in the second quarter. South Paulding leads 7-3. 278 to mix. Scott Blake, Randy Riggs live here at Tim Glanton Field on the campus of South Paulding High School. And they have backed. So now they're going to back it up from the spot of the foul 10 yards. And it's second, first, and
30? We got first and 30.
First and 38 probably. It's long. Luke back in the shotgun again. They're going to throw it long. Number 4, Trayvon Simmons, and it's overthrown. So, second down now. Second and long, a minute 1 to go. So let's see. We've got 39 to 19, so 20. It is second and 30. Second and 30 for South Paulding from their own 19-yard line.
Woo. That's a long way to go.
Long way to go.
That's almost as long as it is for Cartersville to drive here tonight.
Exactly. And as long as this first half's taken. So again, Luke back in the shotgun, to the right, and he's going to roll to the right. Trying to make a throw to number 3, Chandler Burks. Ball is overthrown. Again, that'll bring up third and long. So 55 seconds left to go. And this is a good third and long. Here's a good chance for South Paulding to run the football here, keep the clock moving, and try to get out of here in the first half with the lead. Woodland does have 2 timeouts left. They can stop the clock. And I'm sure they'll do that as soon as this play is over. So
well,
here we go. Luke Norman, again, back in the shotgun.
We do have some nice-looking ladies and gentlemen back in the end zone, Scott, for the South Paulding High School homecoming tonight.
Homecoming here at South Paulding tonight. Everybody's dressed up. Got the tuxedos and suits.
I feel kind of out of place.
Formal dresses on. You couldn't find a dress to fit?
Couldn't find one to fit tonight.
All right, South Paulding backed up another 5. Third and 35 now. Luke Norman back in the shotgun. One receiver right, one left, and they'll hand off, run to the right with Jay Bowen, and he will cut back. And Jay Bowen has a blocker out in front, and he is good blocking. Now Jay is at the 20.
Let him go.
15, 10, and he will score. No flags. No flags.
75-yard touchdown run.
75-yard touchdown run. Jay Bowen takes the handoff to the right side and was able to cut back and take it 75 yards. Got a great block by number 3, Chandler Burks. Was able to get a good block on number 3, Qua Stocks. got him off his feet, and once that happened, Jay Bowen was off to the races, and that's a great way to end the half right there. 3rd and 35. South Paulding's able to convert and score. Brittany Hafner in for the extra point, and she is perfect on the night. So South Paulding increases their lead 14-3 here with 40 seconds to go in the half. So who would have thought that? South Paulding was probably happy just to keep the clock running in that situation, and Jay Bowen was able to break a couple of tackles, cut back to the left-hand side, and once he hit that seam, there was no doubt he was gone. Great block by Chandler Burks on the left side there to spring him for the touchdown.
That was a great block. He did everything but drop down and tie the guy's shoes together.
Exactly.
All these fans are looking at Brad Hall like he's a closed Waffle House.
So here we go. 40 seconds left to go in the half. Christian Sosa lines up to kick the ball.
Brad Hall's screaming at the fans and forgot to turn his mic on. That's why they didn't scream. I've been there and done that before. Come on, man.
So Woodland will send number 6 back deep, C.J. Woods.
Brad was about to get mad, man. He got no response from these people.
Quandre Evans and number 3, Qua Stocks.
Well, we got the barbershop quartet waving their horns around.
And Christian Sosa kicks the ball high and deep. Qua Stocks will take the ball on his own 7-yard line and come straight up the field, and he is cut down by number
39.
39, South Paulding. Great tackle there, Christian Elliott. With a good open field tackle to take him down on the Woodland 26-yard line. So here comes Woodland. 35 seconds to go in the half. Again, they'll spread it out. Number 5, R.J. Williams, quarterback. Looks like they'll go 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Number 9, Quandre Allen in the backfield. R.J. Williams takes a quick pitch, a little shovel pass inside, and Casey Cobb on the tackle. Number 6, C.J. Woods catches a pass for about 4.5 yards, brings up 2nd and a long 6. So again, R.J. Williams, quarterback. They'll go no huddle. 10 seconds left to go. They'll get one more play here. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Got a running back to the left of the quarterback. Snap. And he's going to be tackled, sacked. 57.
Once again.
57 again. Carnell Hobson, that's his 4th sack of the night. Or at least 4th sack of the 4th tackle for a loss. So at the end of the first half, South Paulding will go to the locker room with a 14-3 lead.
Well, Scott, that was to say the least, a pretty sloppy first half for the South Paulding Spartans.
Christian Sosa will kick the ball off for South Paulding here and back to deep to receive. Looks like number 3.
Number 3 is going to be Qua Stocks. Number 6.
C.J. Woods and Christian Sosa kicked the ball high and deep. It'll come down to number 5 on the 20-yard line.
Number 6 makes it out to 30.
Makes it tackle.
Yeah, C.J. Woods.
C.J. Woods. He catches the ball on about the 20 and gets about an 11-yard game, and Woodland will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, 30-yard line. So they'll go, again, with the spread formation, they'll go 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, big 85 here, wide left. 1 running back, number 5, R.J. Williams, Snap. He'll roll to the right. Quick. Wide open.
And dropped it.
And that's number 3, Quastock. Caught the ball right at the line of scrimmage. He was wide open, ran a little out route. They cleared out the underneath for him. And ball was a little high. He was able to get his hands on it, but not able to come down with the catch. So 2nd and 10 now from the 30 for Woodland. 25, Jack Young over on that side of the field defending. And R.J. Williams brings the Woodland back. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Single running back. They run a little option play here. And we got a block in the back, was not called. Looked like number 6, C.J. Woods, 88 from South Paulding. That's Joseph Scoggins on the tackle for a gain of about 8 yards, bringing up 3rd and about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. So 3rd down here. Again, Woodland will go no huddle, looking for their signals from the sideline.
That no huddle worked pretty good for them in the first half, Scott.
Sure did. They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Single running back, R.J. Williams in the shotgun. Snap, and he'll roll to the left, looking for a receiver, and then he'll cut it back to the right, and he'll be short. Just inside the 40-yard line, and it looks like he will be short.
Looks like number 22 got the Darrell Wilson, maybe, if I'm reading that right.
They'll bring up 4th down here for Woodland. It looks like they're bringing a couple of heavy linemen. And they'll go power here. It looks like they're going to try to push the quarterback forward. So that's what.
And they moved.
They moved. Yes, they definitely moved. Flags everywhere, and it looks like Woodland lineman. Yes, that'll bring up. That'll back them up 5 yards and bring up 4th and 6.
4th and 6 may bring up a whole little different situation. And here comes the punt team.
No, it looked like they were coming and
changed their mind, didn't they?
Looks like the coach has pulled them back. So yeah, 4th and 6. Woodland from their own 35-yard line.
Looks like they're going to run the 4 Rhino.
And they're going to go for it here. Same formation, heavy formation. And no, they're going to try to draw them off here.
And they almost did.
Yeah,
they almost did.
Yeah, they were trying to draw South Paulding off there. They brought the quarterback under center, tried to hard count. South Paulding leaned a little bit, but never crossed the line, and they'll go punt now.
And we got a timeout on the field, Scott, and that was they almost got that 5 yards right back.
Absolutely. South Paulding did a good job of holding their water there and not jumping across the line of scrimmage. 10 minutes, 19 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. South Paulding leads 14-3. They were able to a big long run, 75-yard run to close the half by Jay Bowen, and to extend their lead to 14-3. And now we'll go. Woodland has the ball, 4th and 6 on their own 35-yard line, and they'll bring in the punt team. Back deep for South Paulding, number 3 Chandler Burks, 4 Trayvon Simmons, and the punter for Woodland. Randy, you see a number on him?
Yeah, but I just can't read it.
Yeah, I can't see it either. Looks like the punter is going to be number 84, John Cyphers.
Oh, he tried to sell that one, didn't he? I don't know if you saw that, Scott, but he tried to sell that.
Simmons picks the ball up, and he'll try to go up the middle of the field, and he'll be tackled for about a 4-yard gain. And South Paulding will take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
The punter was actually number 81, Ben Haney. He kicked the ball, stood there, and the guy kind of went by him, and all of a sudden he just fell down. Flopped around like a fish, it looked like, but he tried to sell it. Nobody bought it.
And South Paulding will take over 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line here. 10 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in the game. Luke Norman behind center. They'll go I formation, receiver left, receiver right. And now they'll bring the fullback in motion to the left side, straight up the middle with Jay Bowen, and he'll gain about 2 yards. So we'll go 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line.
Looks like he was brought down by number 63, Freddie Werner. He is the senior outside linebacker / defensive lineman.
So now Trayvon Simmons will come and bring the play in. Luke Norman huddles the team up. And again, we'll go I formation. One receiver left. Trayvon Simmons wide right. We'll snap. A little counter back. Jay Bowen over the right side for a gain of about 1. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for South Paulding.
Once again, 63, Freddie Warner in on that stop, Scott. He's a awesome defensive player out there.
Absolutely.
He's been on a bunch of plays today. Him and Dino Doris playing some good football for the Woodland Wildcats.
Yep, South Paulding tried to run a little counter play there. They did a good job with pushing down on the line there and letting their linebackers fill the holes and make the tackle. So Luke Norman will bring the Spartans up to the line. Snap, quick.
There he was again.
Yep, tried a little quick slant play, and again, 63 gets his hands up, knocks the ball down, and that'll bring up 4th and 7 for the Spartans, and they'll bring the punt team in.
That's 3 and out for South Paulding, and 63 Wharton, Freddie Werner. He was in on all 3 plays on that.
All 3 plays.
3 main stops for him, two right up the middle, and 1 jump up, get your hands up, and knock the ball down. And that's going to be 3 and out for the Spartans.
Yep. South Paulding tried to run a little quick slant, 3-step drop, quick slant play to the right side. Had the man open. Defensive lineman did a good job getting his hand up. Jay Bowen back deep to punt. Snap, punt, good punt. High, Qua stocks back there. He signals fair catch, but the ball bounces, and South Paulding's able to down it on the Woodland 32-yard line. So Woodland will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32. 8:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter. South Paulding leads 14-3. Live at Tim Glanton Field on the campus of South Paulding High School. 278 the mix. Randy Riggs, Scott Blake. South Paulding again leading 14-3 here in the 3rd quarter. Woodland brings a quarterback, R.J. Williams, number 6, C.J. Woods to the right side of him. They'll go trips right, single receiver to the left on the boundary side here, snap, and they'll try to go option run to the right side, and no gain, loss of a play. 35, Josh Anderson on the stop there, and they'll lose C.J. Woods. They try to run a little option play. 35, Josh Anderson on the tackle there.
Also in on that stop, Scott was number 45 for the South Paulding Spartans. And that option runner is going to wish he didn't get the ball that time.
No, he would have much rather quarterback keep that one because he was hit immediately on the pitch.
2nd down and 11 for the Woodland Wildcats.
Again, they'll go 3 receivers left, 1 to the right this time. Shotgun, R.J. Williams, snap. He'll roll to his left here, try to square up. Being chased by Hobson, they'll try to, and he just throws the ball away. Good play. 57, that's our man Hobson again. Carnell Hobson had the quarterback under duress, and instead of taking a long loss, he just throws the ball out of bounds. Smart play by R.J. Williams there. Brings up 3rd and 11 from the Woodland 30-yard line here.
Looks like the Woodland Wildcats are going to do the Eagle 1. If you look far across the field, you got the guys holding up the signs, Eagle 1. So let's watch and see if we can steal their signs.
Spread it out again. 2 receivers right, 2 left, single running back, straight drop. R.J. Williams back. He'll try to loft it high and deep, and that ball is picked off by, and he dropped it.
Oh.
He had it in his hands. Trayvon Simmons had the ball in his hands, had a little contact with the receiver there, and was not able to come down in the field of play with the ball. So that'll bring up 4th and long and bring up the punt team. 81, the punter, Ben Haney, comes in for Woodland, and we'll drop back deep. Number 4, Trayvon Simmons.
They may not want to try Eagle 1 again.
Eagle 1 was not the play there.
All right, back
so
deep.
It looks like we're going to try to block. We've got punt block on, looks like, and they were able to get the ball off. And Simmons catches the ball and tries to cut back and is tackled immediately at the 40-yard line. So, 7:21 to go here in the third quarter. South Paulding will take over on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10, leading the game 14-3. Scott Blake and Randy Riggs with you here on 278 The Mix. Friday night football live here in Paulding County. Glad you could be with us. Luke Norman will bring the Spartans up to the line here. Receiver left, receiver right, I formation. And they'll snap the ball and hand the ball to the fullback, and he'll gain about 2 yards, and there's a flag on the play. Ball flag coming from the umpire. Probably going to get a hold here somewhere on the interior. No, we got chop block. Wow, we got a chop block on the offense.
The first week or so, Scott, the first game we did, we probably had 5 chop blocks in that game.
Wow.
Kind of being
all by East, I'm sure.
Yep, it's not a new thing, but it's a new call in certain areas to call that. So they were all over it.
Right. Once the lineman has the defensive lineman engaged, you cannot block below the waist there. They'll call that every time. Trying to protect those defensive linemen's legs. Good way to get people hurt there. So that'll back the play up, back the ball up 10 yards and bring up. They'll replay the down at 1st and 20 here. So here we go. Replay first down. South Paulding going to take over 1st and 20 on their own 30-yard line. They'll bring 2 receivers here to the right side and line up in the I formation. Jay Bowen back at tailback. Play action pass. Norman steps up, tries to throw the ball, and it is picked at the 35-yard line by number 5. R.J. Williams steps in front of the throw. Bad decision there by Luke Norman. He tried to fit the ball in with a defender right on the receiver on a little out route, and R.J. Williams did a nice job of undercutting the route there for the interception and a 5-yard return. And now they'll take over 1st and 10 on the South Paulding 30-yard line, down 14-3 here.
Well, Scott, we got another score. We have North Cobb High School Warriors now 45, Kennesaw Mountain 0, Osborne 12, Cambridge 3, Tryon 3, Mount Perrin 0, Walton 17, Woodstock 7.
So Woodland will come to the line here, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and they'll run that option play again, and it is going nowhere
but down.
Nowhere. 88 for South Paulding. Joseph Scoggins on the stop there. Brings 2nd and 10. Just got back to the line. They tried to run the little option play again to the wide side of the field. And instead of pitching the ball this time, R.J. Williams tried to keep it and got nowhere. Was brought down quickly. And he seems to be favoring his ankle here. But now they're going to run another play here. No huddle again by Woodland. R.J. Williams, the quarterback. Number 6, C.J. Woods, the running back. 3 receivers right. 85 wide here to the left of the boundary side. Now we've got whistles stopping the play. And it looks like we're going to get a delay of game on Woodland here. So that'll back them up 5 and bring up 2nd and 15. So they've lined their big receiver, number 85, up on the boundary side. That's Greg Murphy. And he's being covered by 3 Chandler Burks on this side. And then there's 3 receivers on the right, number 12, Mason Robinson, 9. That's Quandre Allen. Number 3, Qua Stocks on the right side. Number 6, C.J. Woods, the running back. And 5, R.J. Williams is your quarterback. So they snap it again. Straight drop. He tries to step.
Fumble on the play, Scott, and it is going to be recovered by Woodland.
Joseph Scoggins again. Quarterback tried to step up in the pocket there and just stepped right into the defender and gained no yards. And again, Joseph Scoggins on the stop there, bringing it up 3rd and 15.
And number 58, John Austin, saved the fumble recovery for the Woodland Wildcats.
Again, Woodland will line up with their 4 wide receivers, 1 running back, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Man coverage over here on the left. We got 1 safety. They'll roll to the right. R.J. Williams trying to find a receiver, and he tries to fit it in, and incomplete. Josh Anderson, the outside linebacker on the coverage there. They tried to fit it into number 3, Quastocks. Good coverage by the Spartans. Bring up 4th and long here. And let's see if they'll try to bring that kicker in. They got the ball in the middle of the field. Nope, 81, the punter. Comes in the game, Ben Haney. And they'll try to punt.
Last time Ben Haney punted, he tried to sell the referees the fact that he got hit when he didn't really get hit. He just kind of did a nosedive.
South Paulding will send back deep 3, Chandler Burks, 4, Trayvon Simmons. They try to kick it out of bounds and do a good job. Great kick right out of bounds, and South Paulding will take over on their own 10-yard line. So good directional kick there by the punter, Ben Haney. So South Paulding now will take over, leading 14-3, 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go. 13, Luke Norman will bring the Spartans up to the line. Jay Bowen, your running back. Looks like they've got 35, Josh Anderson in at fullback. They'll give it to Jay Bowen over the left side, and he breaks a tackle
and
cuts
again.
It up the left side. And Jay Bowen steps out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain. 9-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down. 8-yard gain.
Scott, he was tripped up before he was finally pushed out of bounds by Isaiah Ross. And Isaiah Ross possibly saved another touchdown run. The other one that Jay Bowen did was about 73 or 74-yard run. And he almost broke another one just in for 80 yards.
Yep.
And he was knocked out of bounds by Isaiah Ross.
Gain of 8 yards, 2nd and 2 here again. Luke Norman. They've got Jack Young in at fullback. Josh Anderson. They give the ball straight up the middle to Jack Young. Jack Young, great little 4-yard run there. Takes the ball up to about the 23.5-yard line. 1st down for South Paulding. Little Jack Young there. Found a crease, was able to gain good yards for a 1st down.
And the ball was trying to be stripped by Justin Waddell. Number 57 was going for the ball. While he was trying to get the ball, they were able to pick up another 2 or 3 yards on trying to strip the ball, but it just didn't work out for him.
There we go. They'll give the ball. Again, they line up in power formation. Little wishbone, 35, Josh Anderson takes the ball to the left side. Gain of 9.
Marion Blue Devils.
1. So they'll get 2nd and 9 here.
Marietta Blue Devils now leading 21-7 over McEachern.
I don't think anyone expected that.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah, I'm not.
Alatoona 28, Lithia Springs 7.
So South Paulding comes to the line again. Again, they're in the power formation. 2 tight ends, 3 running backs. Fake. And they'll throw it deep to 81. And he makes a great catch. Nice catch, 81. Tyler Rogers for a big gain. Gain of about 27 yards, it looks like.
Number 5, R.J. Williams tried to defend on that.
Yeah, great pass right there. Taking the ball, catching the ball at its highest point and bringing it down for a big gain there. And now South Paulding will take over. 1st and 10 on Woodland 48.
Scott, just like you mentioned earlier in that East Paulding New Manchester game, it's now 41-0.
And again, a quick hit right up the middle. Jack Young. Again, we're in the power formation, two tight ends, and we give the ball to the fullback over the left side, and he brings up, he gains 7 yards and brings up 2nd and 3. So I think South Paulding has seen that this power formation is a better way to go here in the second half. Again, we've got 2 tight ends. Again, they'll give it to Jay Bowen. He'll take it. Right side cuts back, finds a hole, and then we get another flag. Bowen gained about 7 yards there, and it looked like we're going to get a flag on they threw it in about the 39-yard line. And they'll bring that, looks like they'll bring that back.
Freddie Warner, number 63, goes out of the game holding his helmet. If the helmet comes off during the play, you have to go out for at least one play.
So good play by number 9 to get Jay Bowen on the ground, number 9 for Woodland, Quandre Allen.
Scott, we got East Paulding 41, New Manchester 0.
And they're in where are they in the game?
Pretty much over.
Yeah.
That's going to be in the third quarter.
It looks like a holding call on South Paulding. That's going to bring the ball back to the 44-yard line, and South Paulding will take over 2nd and 6 now on the 44. So Luke Norman will bring it, and they give it quick hit again to Jack Young. Looks like Woodland is seeing this power, and they've countered that now, and they're going to 5 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and then they've got the 1 safety. That's number 5. R.J. Williams in the game here. So
John Austin on that stop, along with that number 35, who's been all over the field tonight, Jacob Chastain. And didn't get too much on that, Scott. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now, and it's going to mark it off. It must be a flag on the play.
I think they've called a sideline infraction on South Paulding here. Backed them up. So now it's 3rd and 10. So I don't know. Somebody must have
did something wrong.
Yeah, it looked like a sideline warning. They backed him up 5 yards. So I think Blanton is letting this side judge know about it. So here we go. Norman brings him up again. We're in 2 tight ends, and they give the ball to Josh Anderson, and he is brought down behind the line for a loss of 1. So that'll bring up 4th and really probably lost 2 yards there, bringing up 4th and 12. So a drive that was looking promising for South Paulding kind of stalls out here in Woodland territory, and end up now South Paulding, the nose of the football is inside the 50-yard line on South Paulding's side. So they'll line up to punt. Jay Bowen, your punter. Number 3, Quastocks, back deep, 1:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Snaps have been high here from the center. Jay's had to jump every time. Now this one hits him right in the hands. Good punt. It'll hit the ground and roll. And 23 for South Paulding. Stops the ball. 23, Anthony Cartini.
Stands there on the 5-yard line like he meant to be there. They're going to give it to him on, looks like maybe the
Looks
7
like
and a
his
half.
his forward momentum took him in there, so they're going to give him the ball. 1st and 10, Woodland on the 8-yard line, looks like. So here we go. Woodland will bring in their wide package again. 3 receivers to the right. Number 5, R.J. Williams. 6, C.J. Woods to his left. 2 receivers here to the boundary side on the left-hand side. C.J. Williams snap. He's looking to the right. Little quick slant. And he is hit hard. That is number
26 for South Paulding.
26.
Simmons.
Yeah. And number 12 on the catch for Mason Robinson. Caught that ball for a first down. Gave him 10 yards there on the 20-yard line.
And Mason is a junior, so we can watch more from him coming up next year.
So here we go. R.J. Williams again back in the shotgun. He'll just run it straight up the middle, and he will be tackled 55 Casey Cobb there on the stop. So a gain of about 1 yard. And now
we have an official timeout.
Someone's hurt.
It's like we have an injured player for Woodland.
Woodland, I can't tell who it is.
See if I can get you a number on him, Scott. It's number 52.
52. That's going to be Josh Sisk.
What you got? I'll take a Coke, please. Getting our first hospitality thing going on.
Yeah. 52, Josh Sisk. Senior offensive lineman being helped off the field. Looks like he's got a leg injury.
Is it my imagination, or is that a different size Coke can?
Your hands are just bigger.
Wow. 7.5 ounce.
Yeah.
Wow, I never saw a can that size.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That's like the new Limeritas are in a 7-ounce can.
Oh, yeah? That's pretty interesting.
All right, here we go. Woodland back on the field. R.J. Williams back in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. C.J. Woods to the right side. Quick snap. They'll try to throw deep here. Trayvon Williams picks it. Simmons picks the ball off for South Paulton. Got a good convoy, and he's taking it up the left-hand side, and he will be tackled inside the 20 on the 15-yard line. And South Paulton picks the ball off on about the 50 and runs it back 35 yards, looks like, to the 15-yard line. So Trayvon Simmons, he's a sophomore safety, did a great job there, was able to pick the ball off, and he gets it. It looks like they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 16-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10 for South Paulton, deep in Woodland territory, looking to add on to this lead. Luke Norman brings South Paulton to the line here. I formation, give the ball to the fullback. Straight up the middle, Jack Young.
He's still going.
No, 35, Josh Anderson. Looked like 35, Josh Anderson takes a handoff straight up the middle for a big gain, and South Paulton takes the lead, or extends their lead 20-3 here. So it looks like South Paulton is able to gain some momentum here in the second half. And with 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Brittany Havner is in for the extra point, and she has been perfect tonight.
And she is perfect.
Snap, hold, and we just jinxed her, Randy.
I think somebody touched it.
Yeah, it looked like somebody got a finger on it. The snap was a little off. So South Paulton 20, Woodland 3 here, 8 seconds left to go. Josh Anderson with a great run there, about a 15-yard run for a touchdown.
Scott would like to give a shout-out right now to Brian Kilroy, our East Paulding announcer, who's at the his son's in a big baseball tournament. I think he's hanging out over there. But he just gave us a nice little tweet, a little shout-out. We got some more scores. When you're having fun, Scott. North Cobb 52, Kennesaw Mountain 0.
So I guess now that Scott Jones is gone, Shane Queens decided not to show any mercy to their closest rival there.
I guess they're only like 7 miles apart.
Right.
This is not only probably a regional game for them, but this is bragging rights as well.
Absolutely.
North Cobb 52, Kennesaw Mountain 0. Marietta 21, McEachern 14, Etowah 24, Wheeler 20. We have South Cobb takes the lead back over Campbell 26-25. Pope 24, Northview 14, Villa Rica 12, Paulding County 7. That's a lot closer ball game than what people expected on that.
Yeah.
Lassiter 34 to 6, Parkview 13, Beamer 9.
Christian Sosa will kick off for the Spartans. Number 6, back deep, C.J. Woods. Quastox, number 3. And number 9, Quandre Allen And Sosa gets a good leg into that one. It'll be caught by number 9 at about the 4-yard line. He tries to take it up the middle, and he will get stopped on his own 16-yard line. So Woodland will take over. 17-yard line there. They give him another yard, number 9. Quandre Allen on the return. And Woodland will take over to start the fourth quarter here. That's the end of the third quarter with your Spartans leading 20-3. So one thing I'm surprised about tonight is you're not seeing much from Chandler Burks on offense. He came in, ran a series as quarterback, and we haven't seen him since then.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. East Paulding 47, New Manchester 0, North Paulding 37, Hiram 14 in the fourth. North Paulding 37, Hiram 14 in the fourth. East Paulding 47. East Paulding 47, New Manchester 0. Villarica 12, Paulding County 7. North Cobb 52, Kennesaw Mountain 0.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter, start of the fourth quarter here. Woodland will take over deep in their own territory, about the 17-yard line. R.J. Williams, a quarterback. Again, they'll spread the field, 5 wide, 4 wide. Looks like they're going to go 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. They'll have number 6, C.J. Woods, in the backfield to the right of the quarterback. Snap, he'll drop straight back. Little quick out route, and
flag on the play.
And we lost contain there. We got a flag deep.
Ooh.
And a good stop by number 2, Khalil Hackett, after a big game by number 3, Qua Stocks. But it looks like we're going to get a hold on Woodland.
Hold on. Hold in.
So a hold on Woodland after a big game. Yep, holding. And that'll back them up half the distance to the goal, and it'll bring up 1st and 20 on the 7. No, they're taking that back all the way back to the 4-yard line. So Woodland deep in their own territory now. 1st and about 24, looks like. First down is going to be 27-yard line.
Well, what started off as a pretty sloppy first half for South Paulding has kind of turned around here, Scott.
Yep, and now they're deep in their own territory, Woodland. They'll try to pass the ball. Qua Stocks catches it in a little quick out route, and he'll get to about the 10-yard line for about a 6-yard gain there, it looks like.
Yeah, and he was brought down by number 45, and that's going to be LaDevian Matthews.
Yep, LaDevian Matthews on the tackle there. We haven't called his number much tonight.
I think he got mad at us and started getting in the action a little bit.
Absolutely. And again, Woodland widens it out. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Single back to the right of the quarterback. R.J. Williams takes the snap. Little option play again. They've got good containment by number 3, Chandler Burks, able to keep him contained, send him back inside 57. There's our guy again, Randy, 57. Carnell Hobson in there on the tackle, along with Chandler Burks.
Carnell's may be up for defensive player of the game, Scott.
And he's well on his way. He's made tons of plays tonight and big plays. So here we go, 3rd and 12. Again, they'll go 4 wide, single receiver to the left. And they're going to try to run up the middle again, and we contain it.
Coaches next to us wanted to get a timeout real bad, Scott.
Yeah, sounded like it. But it looks like the play worked out. Gain of 2 yards, bring up 4th and 9. So it looks like they'll bring on the punt team.
They're probably glad they didn't get a timeout that time.
They must have seen something that someone else didn't see.
Or someone else saw something they didn't see.
Exactly. So we'll go through number 3, Chandler Burks, back deep along with number 4, Simmons. Kick straight back. Burks will pick the ball up and he'll take off to the right side, and he's got a block, and he's got the corner. Chandler at the 30, and he's got plenty of room, and he will run it back in. Chandler Burks, 45-yard, 50-yard. That is a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by number 3, Chandler Burks. And now South Paulding's up 26-3.
Chandler Burks, C. Ready, one of our 278 The Mix DJs. C. Ready Burks.
And we just finished talking about how we haven't seen him on offense. And here he is on the punt team, scoops the ball up, gets the corner, and takes the ball for a 60-yard score. Brittany Havern in for the extra point, and it's up and good. Your sophomore princess kicking an extra point there.
Literally. Sophomore princess on the homecoming for the South Paulding Spartans.
Sophomore princess with the extra point, Brittany Havner, and she's 3 out of 4 for the night. So South Paulding extends their lead, 27-3, 9:27 to go here. 278 The Mix, live at South Paulding High School, Tim Glanton Field. Scott Blake, Randy Riggs in the house.
We get some tweets coming in, Scott, saying you're biased.
No.
Couldn't be.
No.
No way.
I'm as down the middle as they come.
That's right, man. That's right.
I am France.
At least you're not Middle Eastern.
Well, no.
I think they're listening to us tonight.
Yep. I'm putting in a call. All right, Christian Sosa will kick the ball off for South Paulding here. Again, back deep. C.J. Woods. Qua Stocks, number 9. Quandre Allen. So the usual cast of characters back deep for Woodland.
That was a nice play by Chandler Burks, man. He had one guy to beat, and he got knocked off his cleats. And
yep. Once Chandler got to, and you know, you don't, when you look at Chandler, you don't think he's that fast, and he's more quick than fast. But once he gets to the open field, he can turn it on, and he can run with anybody. So Christian Sosa again kicking deep. Looks like number 6, C.J. Woods, catches the ball. And he will try to go up the right side, and he will be tackled hard at the 23-yard line. 23, number 27 on the tackle, 27, Jared Middlebrooks.
That was actually number 9, Scott, Quadre Allen. Just got River Riggs over here showing off his muscles.
He's got some biceps.
Scott Blake, MW protege.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Again, Woodland comes to the line. Little bubble screen here, and they've got Chandler Burke, or the DB, held over there. Number 25 is being held.
He was all held up.
Gain of about 6 yards, looks like. So that's going to bring up second and a long 4, maybe a long 5. They gave him 5 yards, knocked him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So that'll bring up second and 5 here again.
27-3, 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game. South Paulding over Woodland. Started off as a Woodland game tonight. Woodland opened up the game with an onside kick, caught South Paulding off guard, came down and got a field goal out of that. That's their only points tonight, Scott.
Yep. Williams again in the shotgun, takes the snap, goes straight up the middle, right over left guard. Gain of about 4 yards. brought down by 55. Casey Cobb again on the tackle. Good tackle by Casey Cobb there, bringing it third.
That will be another.
They're going to say that he got the line to gain, so it's first down. So 1st and 10, Woodland from their own 35. They'll bring 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Single running back, R.J. Williams, back in the shotgun. Snap, drop straight back, shovel pass up the middle, and 57 hits him in the mouth as soon as he catches the ball. C.J. Woods catches the ball on a little shovel pass, and 57, Carnell Hobson just busts him right as he catches the ball. They're going to say he got a half a yard there, but that may have been where his rear end landed because he got taken off his feet.
Looked like a WWE match out there, man.
All right, Woodland again spreads the field, 2 right, 2 left, single back. Snap to Williams. Drops back, quick pass on the slant to number 12, and it is off his hands. Perfect pass, and it goes straight off his hands for an incomplete pass. That's number 12, Mason Robinson. Hit him right in the hands. Good pass, just where it had to be. A little high away from the defender.
Scott, we have a couple of other scores. Lassiter 34, Cherokee 6, Campbell 32, South Cobb 26. We have Marietta 21, McEachern 21. What a comeback in the 4th. Tift County 14, Lowndes 50. 50-14. There you go, Coach Reed. Have fun with that one. How's that working out for you?
R.J. Williams back in the shotgun, looks left, throws to the right, and and 85 for Woodland off his hands, and number 26 cornerback Jared Middlebrooks was there and could not pull down the interception. Is going to bring up 4th and long. 81 Ben Haney in to punt.
We got our first final of the night, Scott. Villa Rica 12, Paulding County 7. That's our first final tonight. Let's see. I'm thinking that is there a football team in the South named TCC? Do we know about that? It might be TCC versus Tift County, 14-14, if that's the case. But I believe it's Tift County and Lowndes tonight. Couldn't tell you really.
Woodland punts. Trayvon Simmons picks it up on the bounce, makes a couple of good moves. He picks the ball up on his own 35 and does a couple of good spin moves, able to bring the ball back up. They're going to spot it dead in the middle of the 50-yard line. So South Paulding will take over right on the 50-yard line. Looks like Chandler Burke's going to come in as quarterback here. So South Paulding going to bring in Burks. 7:41 left here in the 4th quarter. South Paulding up 27-3. Scott Blake, Randy Riggs here live at South Paulding High School at Tim Clanton Field. Berkson gives the ball straight up the middle to the fullback. 35, Josh Anderson gains about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. Run the ball right behind 72. Big Lorenzo Adger there at 72. Big offensive lineman.
Well, we have another final tonight. Kennesaw Mountains making a comeback. North Cobb 52, Kennesaw Mountains 7.
Yep, they're on their way.
Marietta 21, McEachern 21 in the 4th. Lassiter 34, Cherokee 6.
South Paulding breaks the huddle. Receiver on each side of the formation. Tight end to the left, I formation. Again, gives the ball to Josh Anderson. Good run off the left-hand side, and he'll gain about 6 yards, 7 yards, bringing up 3rd and a short 2, looks like. Short 3.
Nice comeback from Walton tonight. Walton 24, Woodstock 7. That's the final. North Cobb 52, Kennesaw Mountain 7, as we mentioned. Pope 31, Northview 14. Campbell 33, South Cobb 26. Sprayberry 31, Forsyth Central 20. Creekview 29, Kell 26, Osborne 20. Cambridge hadn't scored yet.
South Paulding breaks the huddle. Chandler Burks the line of scrimmage. Jack Young in at fullback, and we've got movement. 52. Zach Durden. 5-yard penalty. Got a little illegal procedure there. Bring up 3rd and 7 yards to go.
He's probably been playing football for a while. He probably knows he can't do that.
Yeah, but sometimes you just get in a hurry.
Yeah. I never get in a hurry.
Nope. Here we go. South Paulding got the ball on the 47-yard line of Woodland. Chandler Burks brings the Spartans up the line of scrimmage. Percy Williams in at tailback, and he'll get the toss sweep to the right side and gain about 3 yards. So Percy Williams in at tailback there, and it'll bring up 4th and 5. So it looks like the punt team's coming in, and South Paulding will punt it away here. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. South Paulding leads 27-3 over Woodland. It's been all South Paulding here in the second half. They've done a great job taking advantage of some Woodland miscues and big punt return by Chandler Burks. So in the punt, Waylon Stone, good high kick. Quastocks back, lets the ball bounce, and South Paulding will down it on about the 16-yard line. So Woodland will take over on downs here, or take over after the punt. 1st and 10 on the 16, 17-yard line. Looks like where they're going to spot it on the 17.
We have somebody in the press box asking the quickest way to get to 75.
Helicopter. Helicopter is probably your best bet.
What is 75? What does he mean by that?
All right, Woodland will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 17-yard line. R.J. Williams, quarterback, back. They've spread the field out. He'll throw. Yeah, number 9. Quadre Allen on the reception there on about with a 9-yard gain. Great stop by Middlebrooks, the corner on that side, number 26. So Woodland again in the hurry-up offense. R.J. Williams, quarterback.
That hurry-up offense has worked pretty well for them tonight, Scott.
Yes, it has. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. R.J. Williams hands the ball off, number 6, and he is hammered. It looked like he fumbled the ball.
Probably fumbled his head.
And South Paulding has the ball.
And he's hurt. He's down, Scott. He was hit hard.
I didn't see who hit him there. 88, Jonathan Pritchett hits him. I couldn't see who. Maybe it was 55 came up with the fumble, but he got hammered.
It was 57 that hit him. It was 57.
River T. Riggs, our spotter, said it was number 57.
57, and I wouldn't doubt that at all. Carnell Hobson's been in any hard hit. Carnell's been involved in it. So now, here we go. 4:15 left to go, and South Paulding will take over. Chandler Burks back in at quarterback here. Jack Young, fullback. Jay Bowen in at tailback. We'll take the tailback in motion over to the left side, and then we'll hand it to the fullback, and he goes straight up the middle for about a 6-yard gain. So again, South Paulding just happy to run the clock out here and hand the ball off. So Jack Young with a 6-yard gain there, bring up 2nd and 4 on the 19-yard line of Woodland.
Scott, if you want to come up tonight and hang out at Stars and Strikes, it is free bowling tonight every Friday. We have free bowling every Friday night, so come on up and get your bowl on.
Free bowling.
We got gutter guards for you and everything, man.
Hey, if it's free, I'll take 3.
Well, bring them.
So, got a flag down. Looks like we're going to get a legal motion on the offense.
Yes, we are. It's going to be second down now and
Second and 9.
If you want to come check out some good rec football tomorrow, come to East Paulding Rec Park, California Park, right behind Hardy Chevrolet.
Hardy Chevrolet, my old stomping grounds over there.
Yeah, Hardy Chevrolet or the Rec Park?
California Park.
Oh, okay. That's right. Remember the North Paulding Cowboy stuff, and you guys took it over for the Raiders? And you got winged for Mark. And
South Paulding comes to the line. Chandler Burke's in at quarterback. Jay Bowen again. Tailback in motion. And they'll hand it again to the fullback.
Oh, he's hit by a whole bunch
Number
of
63,
Wildcats.
44, 63, 44, 63. Freddie Warner, 44, the big linebacker.
Isaiah Ross, Freddie Warner, Isaiah. They just take turns hitting him twice.
Yeah.
A couple of them hit him 2 times apiece. That was
So 3rd and 9 now. So this is a perfect time to run the same play, but let the quarterback pull the ball out on the keeper and see if we can't get some run. Now they bring in Percy Williams in at tailback. 25, Jack Young in again. Tim Glanton Jr. in at wide receiver over here on the left side. Looks like the same play here. Oh, and we've got a bad handoff, and the quarterback is tackled in the backfield here.
And helped up by number 62.
62 in on the tackle.
That's Jamar Posey. He knocked him down and helped him up.
Yep, 2 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Looks like South Paulding is going to run as much clock as they can here before they run the next play. It'll be 4th and 9.
We made history here tonight, in case you guys are wondering at home. Our sophomore homecoming queen is also our place kicker. So you can figure that one out.
Percy Williams on the handoff over the right side, and he will take the ball down for about 4-yard gain. And it looks like Woodland will take over on their own 21-yard line. So Woodland able to take over here with 1:34 left to go in the game. South Paulding will have to play some defense here. Khalil Hackett, Trayvon Simmons in at safety. They're going to send number 23, Anthony Cartini in at corner. 82, Tyler Rogers in it at the other corner. So Woodland again will spread the field. Number 5, R.J. Williams in at quarterback. Snap, hand up the middle to big 44. And 44 is hit. 81 is Tyler Rogers. And it'll be about a 2-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 8. Clock running here, 1:16 left to go in the 4th quarter.
We have another final. Altoona 35, Lithia Springs 7, Campbell 39, South Cobb 32, Walker 21, Mount Zion 14. We have Campbell 33, South Cobb 32, Lassiter 41, Cherokee 6, Sprayberry 31, Forsyth Central 28. That's a pretty good ball game. That's in the 4th.
R.J. Williams back in the shotgun, snap. He'll little shovel pass to 44, and 44 is hit as soon as he catches the ball. 32. Josh Petway on the tackle there. Nice play by Josh Petway. Little shovel pass up the middle, bring up 3rd down and 6 yards to go. And we've got 30 seconds left to go, and it looks like Woodland's going to be satisfied with just letting the clock run. Nope, they're going to run Eagle 2, looks like. Eagle 2.
As long as they know Eagle 1.
Eagle 1 was not a good play. They're going to try to run Eagle 2 for the last play of the game here.
They're going to try to get one more up on them now here.
So they're going to need 24 points off this one, and I don't think they're going to get it. Snap, R.J. Williams, they're going to run a little
get out of bounds,
cross
man.
docks over here. 2 seconds left to go, complete. He was able to get 7, 8 yards, first down, and the game is over. So South Paulding is going to win this one 27-3 here. A sloppy game in the first half. South Paulding came out in the second half and just took control, held Woodland down, and win the game 27-3. So good win. Always good to win. And I'm sure they'll look to see what they need to clean up, which is plenty. So
which would be the whole first half, actually.
Exactly. So good game by South Paulding here in the second half, and
all right. Well,
always good to win.
Scott, good for you to help us out again tonight. I'll have to renew your contract. I got a half a can of Coke left if you'd like to have that for your balance for tonight. We appreciate you being here and doing it with us.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it again, and we'll hope to do it real soon.
We'll catch a road game and get you and the old stomping buddy Brad Hall back.
Absolutely.
The PA press box people stole him from us, and now he is the official PA announcer here at South Paulding High School, but we'll get him back on an away game. But we're leaving now. South Paulding High School, Scott Blake, the man, bringing you play-by-play, 27-23 South Paulding over Woodland, and we'll see you next Friday night on 278 The Mix, and check on later on tonight, and you'll see the replay with video on paulding.tv. Thank you very much. Have a good night.